Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome along to today's webinar on automating your IT admin. So my name's Tom. I'm with Faronics. Thank you very much for joining today's session. I hope it's going to prove helpful if you are trying to make your IT department more efficient. Very happy to take any questions, maybe put them in the Zoom chat and I can answer them at the end of the session. So this is what an IT admin might look like. Maybe this is you. Maybe you recognize this. This job's a tough one. You might feel like you've always got too much to do, never enough time to do it. And you might feel like you're always in reactive mode. You can never just get on the front foot, get ahead of everything. And you're always just doing the same tasks day after day. And a lot of those tasks can feel quite manual. So if that is you, then this is the right session to have a look at how we can help. Now, this is a dolphin I saw on holiday. I'm putting this picture in partly because I'm quite proud of the picture, but also it is totally relevant to IT admin. This is what an IT admin's life is like with Faronics Cloud. Totally streamlined experience. Look at that happy smile on the dolphin's face. It's making serene progress through the ocean instead of getting bogged down in all that manual snagging. So Faronics Cloud can streamline your IT admin, and I'll show you how we can do that. First, I'm just going to set a bit of context about us in case you haven't heard of us before. We were founded in 1996. Our headquarters are in Vancouver in Canada. Since 1996, we have deployed more than 10 million licenses to 150 countries via more than 30,000 unique customers. So as I said, our headquarters are in Vancouver. We also have an office in the United States and in Bracknell in England, which is where I am, and also in Singapore. But there's hundreds of local resellers supporting us all around the world. So if you're interested in finding out who your local reseller is in your region, then just pop a note in the chat or let us know afterwards and we can tell you who to get in touch with. So we have some of the biggest private sector organizations in our customer base, some of the biggest public sector organizations in our customer base. But really, those 30,000 customers, more than 30,000 customers, they come in all shapes and sizes. So here are some of the bigger ones, but there are many, many thousands of small, tiny, medium-sized organizations. Anyone really looking to automate their IT admin, looking to save time. So I'm going to show you a product called Faronics Cloud Deploy. So the URL is faronicsdeploy.com. So that's just one single centralized cloud-based console. And you can use that one console for managing all your devices, wherever your devices are, wherever you are. So if you have lots of remote workers, a dispersed workforce, if you find it hard to keep on top of managing all their devices, we can make that much easier. So the feature sets included in Deploy, you've got application management. So managing and delivering your software updates doesn't need to take any time. You can set it all to happen totally automatically if you wish, or if you prefer to have more of a hands-on approach, you just don't need to spend all that time packaging up your updates. You then don't need to spend your time delivering those updates, and nor do you need to spend your time verifying whether those updates have indeed delivered. All of that happens basically with one click through Deploy. And really the same applies to Windows updates. If Windows updates are a pain, if you've got lots of downtime, if you're not really on top of the patch status of your estate, Deploy can get you that control back. OS deployment, so you will be able to image your devices really easily through Faronics Cloud Deploy. You'll be able to remote into any of your devices really easily. You'll be able to manage your hardware inventory from a single pane of glass. And then antivirus is a simple add-on which is going to help you from a security point of view, blocking those threats from reaching you. Deploy is extremely easy to use. This is an example here with the computers listed as rows in this grid and your applications listed as columns. And you can really easily see what version of what software you're running on each device. And it's just a one-click install, one-click uninstall, one-click update. Extremely easy to manage your applications. And you can also deliver custom apps and custom scripts. So I'm going to move on to showing you in the interface itself. So this is the applications page. So I can see, I was looking at my web browsers here, I can see, okay, I've got some out of date. I can see the orange color means that's out of date. So I can just click and update. Safari's up to date, but maybe I don't want it installed on that device. I just click and uninstall. And here I can see I've got a gap there where Firefox is not installed on, say I want to add it on those two devices. I will just install it there. So install, uninstall, and update, really easy. There's a huge library of pre-packaged applications. So there are thousands and thousands. I'll just scroll. It's a lot of scrolling there, and I'm still only down to about halfway there. You can see many, many thousands of applications included. But if you have an application that wasn't included, you've got the custom app button. So you can just add your own software and manage that easily from the cloud. And you can also deliver custom scripts. So you can, if you can PowerShell, VB, batch, or executable scripts, you can write them, and then you have a library of scripts. Under custom scripts, it's really easy just to deliver those scripts just with one click, select and run. And under the policy, you can specify how you want each application to behave. So for this application, do I want it to automatically update or manually update like I just showed you? But that's not a tricky or a problematic process. It's just a click. Or you can schedule the update. So you might want to have all your updates delivering overnight. And you can version freeze, disable shortcut, or disable auto update if you want. Okay, so application updates becomes easy, and really so do Windows updates. So on the Windows updates page, I can just hit that button there, install all updates. That'll just update everything easily. Or I can do it maybe patch by patch or computer by computer. So I can see for this computer, it's highly vulnerable. I can see what updates I have pending. I've got 4 pending updates there, and I can have a look at update categories. So here are my critical updates. These have already been approved, but if I hadn't approved them, I could approve, approval, or deny. And I can look category by category, which updates do I want to approve or deny. And in my policy for Windows updates, I can say, okay, I want to automatically install, say, critical security definition updates, or maybe I want to automatically install everything. Do I want to have a deferral period? And maybe I might have some applications that some Windows updates, sorry, that I wish to deny. So if you want to deny some, you can. And you have all these options around like reboot behavior, feature update deferral, quality update deferral. So really, you've got total control over your Windows updates. And there's no real reason for Windows updates to take a lot of time. And there's also no real reason for your computers to be exposed to any kind of risk that Microsoft have already identified and patched. Many of the most high-profile cybersecurity attacks in recent months and years are really avoidable because they arise from devices that aren't patched properly. So it's really important that when there's a critical patch available or a security patch, that can be delivered pretty much straight away, and it doesn't need to take your time. And then if you can just set that up to automate, then you're hugely decreasing your risk of a dangerous attack. Okay, so application updates and Windows updates, two really important ways where we can get to streamlining that process, get to enjoy swimming through the ocean like that dolphin. And here's another way, OS deployment. You can image your computers really easily. So I can just select that computer and image it, or I can capture the image that I want to add to my library for future imaging. And I've got loads of customizable options. So for deployment packages, I can have as many deployment packages as I want. I can have like driver groups, install settings, and I could run a pre-imaging task. So if a pre-imaging script, so I can set some scripts, and then app presets I can deliver. So I can have lots of buckets of apps that I deliver when I image a device. So I can set app presets. It's just a case of ticking the apps I want to deliver when I image a device. Install settings. I can have as many install settings as I want for different teams. So this is just a little bit of setup work and then a huge time saving. When you have people leaving your organization and you need to image a laptop to give to their replacement, should be really straightforward to do that. And then we have a whole suite of benefits around analytics, usage stats. So with the inventory page, you can manage your hardware inventory really easily. So you can see across your estate, here's all your hardware, and you can see for each device, okay, here's the service tag, here's the processor, the RAM details, operating system, when does the warranty end, and loads of other columns here that I may wish to add to my grid. So I want to know about that maybe, but I don't want to know about that. And I can just configure that grid to set it up once, and it's going to show me the information that is relevant to me, and I can search and filter a bit like Excel. And this allows me to make really easy decisions about my hardware. I'm not scrabbling around trying to get this information from lots of different places. I can identify where I have issues that need my attention, like, okay, 84% system drive usage there. That's an issue that might need some attention. Just allows me to make good decisions. And then we have a whole set of reports. So you can see your application usage. You can filter by date, you can export. You can see your usage reports, so like computer usage. How are my computers getting used? Number of users, number of logins. Login summary report, so who's logging in, where and when. Windows update status. Here are the Windows updates that are available, the patch release date, and I can report on that. And you also have license management, so you can see these are the applications I've got licensed. How many licenses have I paid for? How many of those licenses am I using, and when do they expire? So I can really make sure that I'm getting value for money on my software licensing. I'm not paying for software that I don't actually need, I'm not going to use. This report on its own can sometimes generate a huge return on investment if you can use it to keep on top of your software licensing. But obviously there are many, many other ways. If you actually calculate the time savings here, there are many other ways in which Deploy can give you a massive return on investment. But this one report on its own is certainly a contender for that. And then we have ticket management. So you can allow your users to report tickets to you through the cloud. You can manage those tickets from here. And I can even just select that device and remote directly into it to identify what the issue is. So it's a powerful ticketing module. And really, there's one more feature set to go through, which is mobile device management. So for Apple and Android devices, you can manage from Faronics Cloud Deploy. So setting up the policy, you can set your wireless network, your web clips, your certificates, proxy wallpapers, lock screen message. You can apply restrictions. All the Apple restrictions are here. You just need to add them. You can set your organization's passcode requirements, kiosk mode, single app mode, geofencing. So you can allow you can basically track the locations of your devices, and you can say if you want to have an alert when a device enters or exits a geographical location, and if you want to lock the device when it exits the fence or wipe it, or if you want to switch policy on entry or exit. So very powerful geofencing tool there. Web filtering you can allow, and application management. You can basically deliver all your apps via the App Store through the policy. And then just looking at the MDM page, I can carry out these on-demand tasks like I can wipe from here, update iOS, enable hotspot, apps and docs. I can deliver my app. I can manage my software through Deploy. So the benefits of using Deploy include you're going to save money. I mean, the amount of hours you can save just on application updates, help desk tickets you can remove, servers you don't need because this is a cloud solution. You're not relying on on-premise server to manage your devices. It's scalable, software as a service. You can easily contract up or down. And in a dangerous world, you can reduce your risk, especially through patch management, automating your patch management, and with the powerful antivirus solution. So there's a free trial available. You just need to go to faronics.com, sign up for the free trial for Faronics Cloud Deploy. Then when you sign up, you just need to install the cloud agent on those devices that you'd be looking to manage, which is pretty straightforward. I'll just go back and show you how to do that. So it's just the download agent button there. And then for Windows, you just say which policy group app preset. And then there are these 4 ways to download the cloud agent. All of them are straightforward. And we'd really encourage and recommend you to get the cloud agent on as many devices as possible, because then you can really see the benefits of if you're just going to deliver a software update to 1,000 devices in one click. That's That's a bigger time saver than if you only get the Cloud Agent on one device. So once you have signed up for a free trial and installed the Cloud Agent, you can start managing those devices through the Cloud Console. So this QR code will take you to my calendar if you want to book a demo, a more detailed demo where we can talk about your needs, the needs of your organization. Very happy to show you in any more detail on anything else you want to see. Okay, so I've just got a question there. Thanks for that question, which I'm just going to take in a minute. And if anyone else wants to put a question in, please do. But the question is about license management. So I'm just going to go back to the report on software license management. So you can see the managed applications, the number of licenses I've paid for, the number of licenses I'm using, and what type of license it is, and the duration of the license. Oops, when it was last updated. Whether I am compliant or not, and I can also include notes there. And I can also search and filter if I want, a bit like Excel. So those are all the tools available. Those are all the columns available in the license management report. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time today. I'll just leave that QR code there for another couple of seconds. I hope to meet you soon on a more detailed demo. But yeah, thanks very much for your time today, and we'll catch you on the next webinar. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.